Hey everybody, Rob D'Alessio, Taste of Retirement. Today what we're doing is a homemade ricotta gnocchi with a brown butter sage sauce. It is absolutely fantastic, smells delicious. Come on, let me show you how we did it. Okay, so ricotta gnocchi with a brown butter sage sauce. And how you start, you take some ricotta. I've got about 16 ounces. You can obviously make larger batches if you're feeding more people, smaller batches if you're feeding less people. You put the ricotta cheese in a cheesecloth, fine mesh strainer, let all of that excess moisture drain out of there. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 2 cups all-purpose flour, and you actually wanna separate them because you're not gonna use all of it. So that's a half a cup there. We're gonna do about 1.5 cups here, and then we're gonna leave another half cup for later, because if the mixture is a little too moist or anything like that and you need more flour, that way you add it. You can't ever take the flour out, but you can add it in. And then what we need is about a cup of Parmigiano Reggiano. And actually what you can go ahead and do is just put it in the big bowl. And I'm a cheese guy, so don't worry if you get a little too much. It's fantastic. It's got a really nice aroma to it. It's been aged a long time. Cheese is one of those things, I don't like to chintz on the cheese. And what I mean by that is I don't like to buy inexpensive cheese either. Pay the money for it, it's gonna be worth it. If you appreciate your food, man, get the right things involved. So, and then the last thing you need is just a couple pinches of kosher salt. And then we're gonna mix that up a little bit. You can even use your hands just to incorporate that cheese and the flour. Okay, so we strained out the ricotta, so it's actually kind of sticky, it's a little bit dry. We're gonna take the flour and the cheese and the salt mixture and we're gonna mix it in with the ricotta. Now, make sure you don't put too much flour in because it'll get really, really dry. We can add more if it's too wet. We can't take it out if it gets too dry. And just mix that in, and then you're gonna just take the spoon and mix it. And then when it's to the consistency that we like, you're gonna let the dough rest. You just gotta let it rest for a little bit, and then we're gonna roll it out and get started. And what I love about this dish is when you boil it and you toss it in that brown butter sauce, it's got a really rich taste, and it's just so tender, and it's just packed with so much flavor. It looks and sounds a lot harder than it is, but it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna flour the surface a little bit, just so it doesn't stick to the cutting board. And it's kind of getting to the consistency that I want, but I want to go ahead and move it to a surface that I can kind of get my hands on a little bit better. And as you can see, it's starting to ball up nicely. And if you need to add more flour, add more flour. No problem. You just don't want to have too much, or it just won't work right. Okay, so you've got a pretty good ball, and it's nice and firm, but here's the thing, man, you don't want to knead it too much. Once you get that nice consistency ball, go ahead and let that rest. And you're gonna wanna wrap that in plastic film. Let it rest for a little while, because it'll kind of bind together more. And you don't wanna let the moisture out. That's why you're putting it in the film. And then we're gonna roll it out and then make the gnocchi. The ball of dough, it rested. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll it out and make the individual gnocchi. I'll show you how we do it first. You gotta cut it into pieces. There's no way you'd be able to roll out a whole big part of this ball. So have those rest on the side. You want to have some flour on your cutting board just so things don't stick, and then knead it a little bit. Roll it in your hands, and then get rolling. You want to be gentle because you want to obviously keep it tender. And then just cut it into sections. And then have a tray ready to go on the side with some, I put parchment paper and flour just in case. Okay, so we've got all the gnocchi rolled out. It's rested for a little while. It's got a little bit of flour on it. We've got the pot going, and you know what they say, man, a watch pot never boils, but we've got it boiling now. So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna drop some in. Now, these things cook pretty quickly. And you don't want to, you've got to have a strainer there. You don't want to dump the pasta water out because we're actually going to use that here in a little bit. That could be on an outtake too. All right, so they're dropped in, and then just kind of stir that water around a little bit, and then wait. Maybe 90 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes, but eventually they'll start to come to the top, and then they're ready to go. Meanwhile, while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and get this pan going here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a brown butter sauce. Brown butter is very simple, a lot of simple ingredients. Basically, you've got unsalted butter, you've got garlic, you've got sage, which we're gonna hand tear. You've got obviously parsley for garnish, Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper. Very, very simple. And what we do is we're just gonna start with putting the butter in the pan. I like to cut it up just because it melts quicker that way. And then once that starts going, we're gonna pay attention to the yolk over here. And they'll be done here in literally like just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and get a bowl out. Because the one thing you don't want them to overcook. Because then they get really gummy and chewy, and then what's the point? You spent all that time making it, that's no good. So brown butter. Basically what it is, it's like controlled burning of the butter. But when you start to melt butter, it'll reach a certain point where it'll start to brown. Weird how that name came about. It'll get a really nutty smell to it. You can burn it though, so if you go too far, you'll burn it. Make sure you have enough butter on hand the first few times you do this, because once you burn it, it's gross. But everybody's burned it before, but just get it going, and then eventually it'll start to get a golden and then more of a bronzish or brown color to it, and then that's when it's getting happy. Okay, so now it's brown. So the one thing you want to do, if it starts to get a little too hot, you can remove it from the heat. And when you're using a glass top stove, that heat stays residual. So like with a gas one, you could actually raise it off. But with this one, you could just take it off for a little bit, let it calm down. That way you're in control. But anyway, we're gonna take a little bit of garlic. We're gonna throw it in there. Now, you don't wanna let that garlic burn. Then you're gonna take some sage. We've already taken it off the stem. And then just hand rip that up there. And once you rip the sage, oh my gosh, it smells unbelievable. Toss that in there. Now, I've got some extra butter on the other side here. And the reason behind that is because I want the sauce to thicken up. Right now it's just kind of oily and everything like that. We're gonna add some cheese and some butter at the end and a little bit of pasta water. Make sure that you don't dump out the pasta water because it's got really good starch in there, and that'll help kind of bring all that happiness together at the very, very end. Flip that around a little bit. We're gonna take our gnocchi, toss them in there. You can hear them sizzling. Give them a few tosses. Oh man, it smells unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna take that off the heat. Then what I'm gonna do here, Parmesan. Again, you wanna use a really nice aged Parmesan. Go ahead and spend the extra money on that. It'll be well worth it. I take the cold butter. Cold butter is gonna actually help to bring the sauce together so it doesn't break for you. And then we'll take a little bit of that pasta water because that pasta water's got starch in it. Starch helps keep things together. And then we go from there. And now you can see the sauce is starting to thicken up a little bit. Give it a few tosses. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. And you can do this brown butter sauce with a variety of pastas. I love to do it with gnocchi. I love to do it with tortellini, maybe even some ravioli. It's got a really rich flavor to it. And that's it. All right, there you have it. Homemade ricotta gnocchi with a brown butter sage sauce. Don't forget, go to our YouTube page, subscribe, like. You'll see amazing content just like this one. I'm Rob D'Alessio, and this was A Taste of Retirement.